Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome once again to Akosie's vlog. If you're new here, kindly subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit the notification bell when you're done. In today's recipe, we are preparing drop donuts the Ghanaian way. Now, these are the ingredients. I have 2 cups of flour. I have my baking powder, my nutmeg, my vanilla extract. I have half cup of sugar. I have my orange. I have eggs. I also have oil for deep frying, my butter, you can use margarine too. I have salt, eggs, and then my evaporated milk. Now in a bowl, I'm pouring my all-purpose flour into it. I'm using 2 cups for this recipe. You can sift it too. After, I'm going to add half teaspoon of salt and baking powder. I'm going to add another half teaspoon of nutmeg powder and give it a quick stir. When you're done, set it aside. Now these are the dry ingredients and we do it first before going on to the other ingredients. Now on the other hand, I'm going to peel or grate the skin of my orange, and this is called the zest, and set it aside. Now I'm going to mix the wet ingredients. So in a bowl, I'm pouring my sugar and butter and I'm going to whisk it till it's fluffy and nice. You can use any ladle to do this, but then it takes time, and roughly it will take about 10 minutes when you use your hands or when you go the manual way. You'll know it's done when the color changes from bright yellow like we see here to cream color, and then you're good to go. This will take roughly 5 minutes when you use the machine to do it. After you scrape the outer parts in, and then you continue with your mixing. Now I'm adding my zest to the mixture and then I'll continue whisking it together. After, I'm going to add about a half teaspoon of my vanilla essence to this one and then I'll continue whisking again. This time round, I'm going to add 1 egg at a time. I'm using 2 for this recipe, so I started with the first one. I will whisk it and then later I'll add the remainder. Do this on medium till you get the result you'll be going for today. Donuts we ankasa na the pie it is a BOFROT, but we no difference kakra we no any BOFROT new. So when you are done, you just scrape it again. Then you start adding your flour little at a time. You mix and then you continue in that order till all the flour is finished. You can use cake flour or you can use all-purpose flour for this recipe. But to be on the safer side, why not use all-purpose flour for your donut? Now, I used about a cup of milk, evaporated milk for this recipe. So I add a little of my flour and then I mix. So everything is inside. If you don't want it too rich, you can use just half cup of your evaporated milk and then half cup of water to mix the donuts. But then it's Christmas, it's time to cheat on diet, so you are good to go to make your donuts very rich. Now this is the consistency I'll be going for. We do not want it too watery, we do not want it too hard, and then voila, our donut batter is ready. So I'm going to scrape the outer part of my bowl to make it presentable and nice, and then I'll give you one quick blend again and then we are good to go. On the other hand, I'm heating up my oil so that it will be heated once my butter is also ready, and that is it. So once you are done, this is the consistency you'll be going for. Like I told you earlier, we do not want it too soft or watery, and we don't want it also hard. So when it becomes stretchy like this, it means you are good to go. Where you're different from BOFROT, the yeast can ho afen so ye di nsu a eye de na eye shikakra na eye we so ye the raw one na eye to we a say na yete no wo de to nsem no apia ne kakra bi ana so betime de anwa afa atre so we mbo na kese nti we me use 1 tablespoon atre era nam de ato anwanim we anam de asabata no nam de egu anwanim fefefe. When you do it this way, it becomes round, but then you won't get the traditional donuts spherical shape like we know of in Ghana. This makes it so round. I like it, but I don't really like it. Oil must be on medium heat so that it doesn't soak all the oil and then the outer doesn't burn whilst the inside is also uncooked. So we are going to fry this for 5 to 7 minutes on medium heat. We ankasa wunya chips bia na se wunya nkate boga bi de kan wa na be bie wu ama ankasa, and it's so great to share with your lovely ones too, especially during the festive season like this one. So you take it out when it's golden brown. The more it browns, the crunchier it becomes. So you can take yours out of the fire. If you don't want it crunchy, when it's almost creamish brown, you take it out. Secondly, I'm going to use the traditional method, and this is how we do it. You scoop in your hand, you press into the oil like I'm doing. It's very simple and easy to make. You get that tiny tip, or I don't know how to explain that in English, but also I'm only a na eyi fefefe ama eno so ema na ye de ehwam so behwefia ha se de ahasi tu shafa eni se de nkrofo pe bi edi so enene omodi amfa mo bia ntino yi ni se awatete egu anwanim kakra fefefe wo ye nyina no ma honye ha ne dane no se de be ya enye enhye ubetime yi ni sa time we ya so won pe de achina na se manim brown kakra so and count. You can eat this one with your Ghana chips. I have the recipe and I'll post the link in the description box, so check it below. Or you can eat it with your fried peanuts or granuts, or you can eat it with nkati burger too. Trust me, so delicious. Thank you, lovely people, for subscribing to my channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share me out, and leave comments for more recipes. Bye-bye.